most unique places you can ever watch a college football game, and we expect it to be just as loud and energetic here today. Back to you.
Okay, Holly. From deep, it's Morrow. He'll be stopped short of the 20-yard line on the return. They'll mark him at the 19. Motion from the wide receiver. Intercepted, and the first drive ends with a pick. Not the way you want to start your first drive, and the defense forces a turnover.
I love the offense coming out being aggressive on the first play of the game. They're trying to take momentum right away, but the defense was waiting, and they were ready, and they get the interception. You can't start a ball game better than the way the defense just did there.
I'm about to say, the defense loves that they came out like that, too. Like, expecting the pass, played the pass, made the first big play in this ball game, the very first play of the game.
This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. Timed it perfectly to knock it free and forces the third down. Now this offense tries to figure out a way to move the chains after the second down misfire. To the air, it's Stockton. Throws for the tight end. Wide open downfield. The tackle is made, but he's got it first and goal from the 6.
Well, after getting that takeaway, this offense is needing some points, and that's a big completion there on third down. Good job reading the coverage. The offense is going to stay on the field. They want to keep this momentum going, and that last completion, that was big.
Defense trying to come up with a stop on second and goal. Fake to the back, wants to throw it. Complete. Touchdown, Georgia! And they have the first points of the game. Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. When you're handed a break with unbelievable field position like that, you better finish the deal, and they did.
You saw the quarterback jog on the field. I think he gave a high five to every one of those players coming off that just put them in position to go score that touchdown. That QB knew this was a golden opportunity, and boy, he took advantage of it.
Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. Texas A&M has it back on the offense, ready to go to work. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy complete.
Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. They make the tackle after the turnover, but hang on just a second. There's a flag on the field. Let's see if it stands. Great place to start for this offense. Wants to throw one first. Immediately fires to the middle. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line. The Dogs can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. They'll run the counter. Fights off a defender. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone.
The counter play is a great play to mix in because defensively, you're not looking for the counter. You're looking to attack, attack, attack. All of a sudden, two guys pull across the formation. Now you got to change your direction really quickly, and it keeps you off balance and really keeps you on your heels.
Off play action on first down. Still looking to his right. Touchdown, Bulldogs. Middle of the end zone. He's got it. PAT unit on the field. The kick is up and good, and put one more on the lead. Quick strike offense on that three-play scoring drive. And they finish things off with an 8-yard toss for the score. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Texas A&M offense is back on the field. Timeout taken here by the Aggies. That'll be their first. After using an early one, 2 left for them to spend. Wide receiver comes in motion. There he goes. All the way out to the 43-yard line before he's pushed out of bounds, and this offense is on the move.
Yeah, and way to be creative, way to get the ball in the perimeter really quickly, get some speed outside. All you got to do is secure that edge, and you're just trying to get that first down. Nice job, nice play call by the offense.
Big chunk play to start this drive. Now they'll really try to take it to this defense. Hits the hole, it's Owens. Might have picked up a couple on that one before he was knocked down.
Well, the defense blitzed on that last run, but it was the big fella on the inside that made the stop and made the play. Great job flying out of his stance, locating where the football was, and getting to the ball carrier. Really good job at the point of attack.
The Aggies will hustle to the line.
Man, that play takes some protection. If you're going to stick it in the belly and that wide receiver is going to run down the field that far, I need some good protection, and I need my lineman not to go downfield. Nice job by the quarterback making the right read, being patient, throwing that strike.
Well, everybody knew this guy was going to get his touches coming into this game, considering he's one of the better receivers in the country. And to start it off, the offense was actually looking the other way. They were looking for other guys to make big plays, but finally they got the opportunity. They were able to find some space to get their best receiver the football. And, guys, that's not going to be the last time. Defense has done a nice job taking it away from them up to this point. The question, though, can they keep it up?
Motion from the wideout. Reed to the air again. Throws to the wideout. And that is interception number 3 on the day. Got room on the return. He's out of bounds, showing off the hands on the pick, and then the nifty moves on a terrific return. So the first play of the drive will come from the 43. They'll start on the ground with Frazier. Turning it on. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line. And the Dogs hunkering down to pick up a first down on the ground.
Yeah, and you can hear the sound of Larry Munson. Run the dang ball. That's what they've always built this program on, is running the football, physical.
And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Bulldog.
They are absolutely boat racing this team right now. We're not even at the second quarter yet, and this offense has been up and down the field. They've taken a huge lead early. Everything they're dialing up, David, is working.
Yeah, so I'm going to flip this to the other side. I'm going to need my offense to score some points, and in a hurry. Like, they got to figure it out, but they got to put a drive together, keep us off the field, score some points, and let us find some answers, because right now, defensively, we have none.
90 yards in front of them as they start the drive at their own 10. Throws to the back. Out wide right, it's Owens. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. They'll take the penalty and move them back. And the Aggies buried deep in their own territory, just trying to find breathing room on first down. And the pass is incomplete, and that wraps up the first. Now the challenge here, they've taken a punch, but they can't let it get out of hand as we start the second. Had a chance to talk it over during the break, and they'll start with second down. Wide receiver going in motion. Throwing, Reed. Right side, it's Owens. And he's able to shed one tackle, but still, just a very short gain. You know, sometimes even a short gain like that can be used to set up something bigger later on.
No doubt, Reese, they can pump that and take a shot down the field. And don't worry, they're going to go back to that same play because they know this guy with the ball in his hands is dangerous. He makes one guy miss, he can take it to the house.
He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down. Offense still out there, lining up quickly on fourth down. Marcel Reed to throw for it on fourth. Fires to the wideout. At the 45 on his way. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on fourth down, and they keep the drive alive.
And they're showing you their intentions early in the game. It's fourth down, you're in your own end. We're going to be aggressive, and we're not just going to do this early. We're going to do this all game long. Awesome execution on it.
Going to take a shot. It's broken up. They took a shot, and he was equal to the challenge to knock it away.
Well, we know this offense hasn't been able to get it going on the ground so far in this game. Now they're trying through the air, but give this defense credit. They've got a really good game plan. They've got all 11 guys on that side of the ball executing perfectly. Fantastic job in the back end that time, being in position and making sure that thing fell incomplete.
Texas A&M going up tempo. Again, it's Reed. Fires to the middle. It's caught downfield. Defense needs to regroup as he gets it down to the 26.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that third down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the first.
We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and a score on this drive would do wonders for their confidence. This offense has been sluggish, to say the least, but finally they're on the move on 1st and 10. They'll send the back in motion. Powers through the defender. They got it blocked just enough, and a good gain on that run. Solid pickup of 4 on first down and 2nd and 6. Reed. Here comes the heat. Avoids pressure on the right. Just gets rid of it before the heat.
Well, man, this quarterback is fast. You saw that on his ability to scramble around, but he wasn't fast enough to outrun that hit, and it was the hit that caused the incompletion.
Already well within field goal range. Wonder how aggressive they'll be on 3rd and long from the 22. Snags it, and there's running room. And that first defender was just waving at him after that sweet move. He picked up the first down. Reed to the air again. Moving out to the right. Great job to separate the ball from the receiver there.
No, and that's your goal. Separate man from ball. Try to get your shoulder in there on the catch point and really give him something to think about. Physically jar that football and knock it out. Nice job by the defender.
Got there right as the ball did. Jarred it loose. It'll be 3rd down.
Hey, man, if you're going to force incompletions when the QB's thrown to the tight end, you better be physical. Nice job with the hit, forcing that incompletion.
This drive was clicking along, but after a couple of misfires, threatening to stall out on 3rd and 10. Straight ahead, it's Owens. They get him stopped, and it's going to bring up a 4th down.
And this offense, I don't think this is going to be a surprise. I think the offense is going to stay on the field. You've already seen it once on this drive, and they've already been successful. You know how hard it is to defend when there's an extra down, and they do it over and over again? So I think this offense will continue to stay aggressive like they were on the last 4th down.
And they are stopped on 4th down. That decision will be questioned. They're backed up 1st and 10 from inside their own 5. Let's see if they can create some space. Just had to get rid of it.
talk about versatility at the running back spot, you got to talk about this guy in the conversation. He already has caught a touchdown in this one. They're still trying to throw him the football. That one goes incomplete, but I would keep this up if I'm on offense.
Handoff for Frazier. Defense storming into the backfield, making the stop behind the line of scrimmage, and it's third down. And guys, they're not going to give up on picking up the first down, but they also need some breathing room for the punter. Sees an alley, and they'll stop him short of the first down, and they've got a timeout if they want to try to get the ball back before halftime. Texas A&M will use its second timeout. They'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. Georgia lining up to punt it away. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. Boy, that seemed to be prime return territory, but instead he'll set the offense up with great field position. Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. Reed. He's going to let one fly down the middle. Another interception. This guy just can't find his own players.
Well, you never even dream about this kind of start if you're a quarterback. That now his fourth interception in the first half, and he's just not been able to shake this. Bad decision-making. Fundamentally, he's just been off. This offense has never been able to find a rhythm, and I know this is a very talented player, but if you're the head coach at this point, you've got to consider benching this guy.
Texas A&M has it teed up to start this second half. And that was not what they had in mind as the kickoff sails out of bounds. And the penalty accepted, and they'll move them back. Looking downfield, it's Stockton. They're all over him. Got him for the sack. This defense turning up the intensity.
I love the defensive effort there. They didn't get him right away. They stayed after him. He was scrambling, going backwards. They get the sack on the first play of the drive.
Makes the grab. And he's knocked down immediately, but a good pickup on that play.
Nice job there. Good timing between the QB and the wide receiver executing that outright.
Offense breaks the huddle on third down. Gets the back moving. On third and long, no secret what he needs here. Got his man downfield. He gets the job done on third down. They move the chains. It's at the 37.
To be honest, I think the quarterback was a little bit surprised himself at the play call that came in that time. You've got a 3-possession lead here in the third quarter of this game. You're probably expecting some short throws, some runs. This play caller is still asking for shot plays. And listen, you're the quarterback. You're happy to oblige. When you've got the playmakers you have offensively, just keep chucking them.
They can really be aggressive after that last play. It's 2nd and 3. Unloads to the wideout. And just too much on that pass. Too high, too wide, out of bounds, and incomplete. This is the type of play that decides games. Are you tough enough to convert 3rd and short from the 30? Looking to the big tight end. Another incompletion on third down.
3rd and short in college football today, you see so much more pass than you used to. The offense stays aggressive, and I think they stay aggressive because they...
The fake, they flip it to the kicker. And some great 4th down defense against the run.
Well, you're going fake field goal, the old no-look flip to the kicker. It looks amazing when it works, but not so good when it doesn't. The defense was ready for it. You saw they were able to track that kicker easily down to make the tackle.
He'll pull it down. At midfield, he's got room. Brings him down at the 48. It's a gain of 15 and a first down.
And I love the change in decision-making, right? That was a much better job. Last possession, tried to force it in there, threw the interception. This possession, it's not there. Take off and scramble. Great job. You got enough athletic ability to do that. Big 3rd down conversion by this offense.
Here's Reed to throw. Gliding to the right, still trying to make a play. And his 5th interception of the game, a miracle they haven't pulled him yet. Not a lot on the return, but they can live with that as they've got it at the 49. So first play of the drive coming here from their own 49. Oh, pressure's coming. Just gets rid of that one.
Well, on offense, no doubt, right? You've had success. You're throwing some tutties. Why not keep throwing it? They're going to keep being aggressive. You're going to have to do a better job, though, keeping this quarterback standing up.
Long way to go on 2nd down. Throws it off the RPO. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one.
I like the idea by the quarterback there. You're trying to get this first down, so you find the tight end, see if he can make a guy miss or shake a tackle. Not able to get it done.
They need a huge play on 3rd and long. Quick give. It's Frazier. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it. It'll be 4th down.
All right, on offense, you're trying to catch him napping on 3rd and long. You try to run the football, but good job by the defense not being fooled and giving themselves an opportunity now to get the ball back.
Yeah, and you got to do a better job not getting in 3rd and long. Offense has to be better on 1st and 2nd down, so you're not forced in these 4th down situations where now you're in limbo of what you want to do.
They come to the line for the first play of the drive, snapping it from the 21. Throwing Reed. Rush right in his face. Trying to make magic with his feet. Kept it, and he's passed him up. And he can't hold on to the ball at the end of this big game. Texas A&M going quickly.
You start to get that offense going, start having success, you got to make sure when you get closer to the scoring range, take care of that football. If you don't, coach is going to go you on the sideline, you in the game.
They'll have to hustle if they want to get off another snap before the end of the period. Rolling to the right, trying to make something happen. Nowhere to go, and the ball's loose. That is a serendipitous turn of events with the fumble going out of bounds. They'll maintain possession. Well, guys, it's Georgia holding the lead at the end of the quarter. We take just a minute to look at the stats as they are threatening to put this one away. One final period to play, and we'll see who can grab that W as we start the 4th. Reed, under pressure, and he gets it away.
And guys, I'm trying to find a way to be up here and be positive, and I guess here's how I'm going to be positive. At least the other team didn't catch it, because he's thrown it to the other team a lot today. It's been a struggle in the passing game. I'm not sure, guys, if it's not decision time to go to the other.
Unloads it downfield. And it's another interception as his assault on the record book continues. Lowers those pads. He'll finally go out of bounds, but he was showing off all the skills after that interception. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. And after that interception, things quite comfortable. Big lead, clock winding down. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16.
And those outside linebackers nowadays, they're so fast. They got to cover ground. You can blitz them off the edge, and they can get after quarterbacks. Versatile. That's why they're getting drafted so high in the NFL and getting paid all that money.
They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down marker. 3rd and long coming up. Sets his feet. It's Stockton. Throws to the wideout. Can't hang on after the hit, and it'll be 4th down.
Man, that is such great 3rd down defense. Seeing the football, breaking on the football, knowing where he's at, because he's probably going to get that 1st down, but nice timing. Sometimes guys get there just a little bit early, get the pass interference, but that was right on time to make the hit and dislodge that football.
Return's going to get it up around midfield. He'll be down at the 49-yard line. Texas A&M has it back, and we say howdy to the Aggie offense again. The defense got the stop. They could have used a few more of those earlier. Still a big deficit here late. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Got some room to run. Inside the 30. The 10. And he will roll into the end zone. Touchdown, Dogs! A live look between the hedges. Sanford Stadium and Athens. It's the Miami Hurricanes and the Georgia Bulldogs. Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer with you. Holly Rowe is that on the sideline. Hello, Holly.
Anytime you step between the hedges at Sanford Stadium, you know you are on hallowed ground in college football. This is one of the best places you'll ever watch a college football game. The red and the black, the dogs, even the Uggas are buried in the stadium. This is one of the most iconic spots in all of college football. Guys?
Thanks, Holly. Georgia about to kick it off to get us underway. He'll bring it out. It's Pringle. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. Between the hashes, it's Lofton. Now they've got a little room to work with. They're out to the 28 with a first down.
The biggest rule change for me, if I could make one in all of college football, would be illegal man downfield. And when they run these RPO plays and those linemen start to creep further and further down the field, I would love for the refs to call those more often. It's a cheating play, basically, running these RPOs. So hard to stop. Nice execution by the offense, but probably cheating too.
Caught, it's Vaughn. Stopped after a good pickup, and he'll be just a tad short of the first down.
Hey, these wide receivers are so athletic out wide now. You're so worried about getting beat deep. And these slant routes, they can be a good changeup. I mean, just a couple steps, stick your foot in the ground, come inside. It might not be huge gains all the time, but, man, it keeps that DB off balance.
And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a first down. And the Canes come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Running inside, it's Fletcher. Dropped immediately. He got nothing on first down.
Well, this is a defense that we know takes tons of pride stopping the run. That's where it all starts and ends with them, and you saw a great effort on that last play.
Out wide right, it's Lofton. Snags it, and he's open. Offense on the move. A big play there. Gets it to the 30.
You know, there used to be a time in college football where tight ends were just possession receivers. You'd throw it to them, and they would go down right away. Not this guy. That was a short throw. And then he shows you the athleticism once he has the ball in his hands. That's why he is such a tough matchup for any defense. Man, he's a problem.
They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
You definitely want to commit to the run game. You want to establish the run game. You want the defense to honor it. But if it doesn't work a little later down the road, you might think about airing that puppy out.
Just feeds the running back. And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman.
And we kind of wondered coming into this game, do they want to run it up the middle? Do they want to run it near that big fella at defensive tackle? Because he's a grown man, makes plays all over the field. They try him early. I wonder if they'll keep trying it, because we haven't seen a lot of people week in and week out that has been able to block that big fella.
Ncaa from the gun on third down. It's complete to the left. Oh, he's got some space. Picks up enough to give them 1st and 10 from the 13.
And, man, this is exactly what you want as a play caller. You want to get your quarterback settled, give him some bunnies early to make some plays so he's feeling bulletproof. 4 for 4 to start the game. Yes, please. Offensive coordinator Jesse, I'm giving him an A+ so far from checking those boxes.
Well, he's done a good job getting his quarterback prepped for this one, too, because watching this guy throw the ball, he's making quick decisions, and he's throwing the ball with a lot of conviction. You can tell this guy watched a lot of film. He has the answers to the test early in this game.
Left side is Vaughn. And he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Miami!
I don't know how many people expected this to happen, playing on the road in this environment against a better opponent, but they showed tremendous poise. On the opening drive, nice execution. They score the touchdown. That was big time.
Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. So a drive there of 85 yards, and they finish it with an 11-yard touchdown dart. Let's see if he can make a play on the return. He stopped right there after a short return, was looking for running room, and the coverage unit wasn't having it. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Back to throw, it's Stockton. Right side, it's Frazier. Makes the grab, and down immediately, he picks up a few.
And that's the start you need on offense, right? The opening drive of the game, your defense allows a touchdown, so you got to come out firing, and it's good news to see the quarterback dialed in. Good read, good timing, accurate throw. It's a big-time completion, but still work to be done. This offense obviously would like to answer that touchdown with one of their own.
Caught over the middle. It's Frazier. Breaks into the open. And they'll get it to the 39-yard line, and they'll move the chains. And the Bulldogs peeled off a huge chunk of yardage through the air, and now back to the line. Fresh set of downs going up top. With the catch, it's Humphries. And with that stop, we are headed toward the end of the first quarter. We've reached a break, and Miami is holding on to the lead. We've put one in the books. Let's have a look at our game summary. Lots of time left and ready to go back at it here in the second quarter. First play of the period will be a second down. The run inside. It's Frazier. He'll pick up a few on the play, just enough for the first down. They'll mark it right at midfield.
It's a good-looking run, and I'll say this. I know Georgia's always been known to run the football. They always want to be really physical, but it starts up front. They always seem to have great units on the offensive line. Guys that communicate and guys that get pushed. And they've put many running backs into the NFL, but it's because of these big old hog mollies up front.
Finds the tight end. They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another first down.
And, man, you love to see that from this offense, coming out and answering, right? Like putting a drive together. Their defense just gave up a touchdown, but you want to snatch the momentum back. Nice job putting a little bit of a drive together. Now let's go cap this thing off with a touchdown.
Tells the play fake, wants to throw on first down. And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43.
They tried to go play action, but that did not affect the defensive tackle. He was bull rushing his guy, collapsing the pocket, and he comes away with a sack.
Now facing second and long after the defense came up with that sack. Dropping back, it's Stockton. He's looking deep. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in.
Well, it's a great job by the back end of the defense that time, making up for what the front end of the defense couldn't do. The quarterback had all day to throw that ball, but it was the hit in coverage that forces the incompletion.
Throws to the tight end. Another incompletion on third down.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. And the critical down and distances in this game, like that third down right there, when it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You've got to be able to make that play.
And how about this? They're going to send the kicker out there to try to put a thunderfoot into one. Is that guy's foot human? My goodness, did he hammer that ball from distance.
What a weapon this kicker is. When you've got leg talent like that, you're liable to score from anywhere on the field. Just get the ball close to midfield, and you can put 3 on the board.
I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. They'll move the wide receiver. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Fletcher. Maybe picked up a couple as he gets it to the 14.
That's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down, the defense thinks you might be running the football. You still can line up, get some movement at the point of attack, and find a little crease for your running back.
Here's Darian Ncaa to throw. Out wide right, it's Lofton. Makes the catch, but goes no further, and it'll be a short pickup on that one.
Nice job by the defense staying glued to it. Getting him on the ground as soon as he catches the football. Knowing he's a threat, I'm not going to let this guy get out of my sights. Nice job by the D.
We've reached the 2-minute timeout. We've got a tight one, and they'll try to build on the lead before going to the locker room. The dogs are barking and growling and trying to hold him here on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. It'll be a first down as he gets it to the 24-yard line. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these third down situations.
He's down right there, short gain on the grab. The Hurricanes moving quickly to the line.
For an offense, slant routes against man coverage are really a rhythm throw. You take your steps, you get the ball out, it's got to be in a good location. Quarterback and receiver on the same page there.
There he goes. Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's first down. The Canes come to the line with a new set of downs.
Defense gives up the pretty big run. They get the first down. And listen, you got to reload quick now because this offense, they got their foot on the accelerator.
They'll need a bunch on second down.
Well, the defense didn't have a lot of time to celebrate that last big play because here's the offense right away back at the line of scrimmage, ready to roll again with tempo.
Ncaa. Look out. He scrambled forward and got a few and turned that into a positive play. So Miami signals for a timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on third down. They'll try to get it through the air. Right side, it's Vaughn. And on that 3rd and short, I don't think he was unhappy to see that zone.
Nope, it was a great job by the offense. Hey, see where the holes in the zone are? Sit down. You only need a little bit of yards on this 3rd down. Get the conversion. Move the sticks.
From the gun, it's Fletcher. Gain of about 4 sets up a 2nd and 6. Let's see what they've got on 2nd down.
And after that run, getting right back up to the line of scrimmage to go hurry up, defense has to be ready.
The fake wants to throw. And they're not on the same page there.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
Couldn't find his man last time, and that leaves him with a 3rd and 6. Here's Ncaa to throw. Fires to the middle. Finds the big tight end. Perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle at the 17.
And it's on 3rd downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of...
Picked off inside the 20, and they snuff out the threat. He can be dangerous with the ball in his hands, but no room to return that pick, and they'll go on offense from the 21. This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? They'll move the tight end. Selling the run, but he wants to throw it. Extending the play. The pass is incomplete, and the clock will stop with 5 seconds left.
These receivers on these scramble drills are going to have to play with a little bit more urgency because this pass rush is getting after the QB. He was flushed out to the left but wasn't able to complete that throw because of the hit he took.
Brought down at the 31 after a pickup of 10 yards on that one. As we close in on halftime, a timeout is taken here. One more snap coming before halftime. Back to throw, it's Stockton. He'll take the deep shot. Goes high to pull it in. And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Bulldogs!
And that is exactly what this offense needed to have happen. They had to come up with a big drive, with a big touchdown here at the end of the quarter. That's going to help their confidence. They've now got the lead heading into halftime.
And the extra point gives them a 3-point lead at 10-7. And the Hurricanes will line up to kick off and start the second half. The returner will field it and try to get some field position. Wasn't quite able to shake loose as he steps out of bounds at the 22. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. They got plenty done through the air in the first half, and we'll see if they even need to look for balance as we start the third quarter.
Well, and I think defensively, you understand, like the running game isn't a big part of the plan. I wonder how they adjust and play more coverage to this pass-happy offense.
Yeah, so you're going to have to be ready if you're a quarterback then. You're probably going to see some different coverages. You might see a little bit more blitz in the second half as well, so you have to know where your answers are.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Back to throw, it's Stockton. Rushes on. He's sacked. This defense all over him. Not sure exactly what led to that, whether the protection wasn't right or the quarterback just didn't see it, but the result, was a negative play and a sack.
Well, one thing I do know is that quarterback had no chance to get that ball downfield. That pocket was breaking down, and it was breaking down quickly. There were just too many bodies in that backfield for the QB to make anything happen.
On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. He finds a dead spot in the middle. That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker. He's going to change things up against this defensive look. Motion from the back. Got to make the play on 4th. Fires to the wideout. He's got an open man. The definition of 4-down territory has changed over the last few years. It extended into their own territory there.
Anywhere, everywhere. Just look at the card, right? That card's supposed to tell us what to do. But, maybe I'll go for it anyways. This offense took a little bit of a gamble, but they get the first down. Nothing to worry about.
And that corner came in hot despite knowing that he was giving up some size.
I'll tell you, I love the play call on 1st down here. You're just trying to find an easy completion, and the shortest throw on the field for the quarterback is finding your biggest target, and that's the tight end. Nice job.
Motion from the wide receiver. Hits inside. It's Frazier. He'll be brought down quickly after a very short game.
And those little runs, man, they don't look great in the box score, but I love when an offense stays on schedule, and it makes those 3rd downs more manageable, easier, harder to attack me now from the defensive perspective trying to get to me. So it's an easy, simple play for this offense, but I love it.
They've got a 3rd down and manageable from right around midfield. Breaks the tackle. He couldn't find anywhere to go, and now it's 4th down.
And how about that? You don't see those, touch passes go for negative yards very often. Usually this is a short flip that counts as a completion that goes a long way, but the defense aggressive. Saw it, pulled the trigger, came outside, made sure he didn't get outside and get to that edge. Nice job by the defense.
Kick is in the air. Now it's going to get a chance to field that one, and the punt will bounce out of bounds. Backed up to start this drive from their own 18-yard line. In the backfield, it's Lofton. Got him right there.
They're able to find the tight end for an easy completion, but good job tackling, not allowing him to get the 1st down.
2nd and long here. Straight ahead, it's Pringle. Got it across the 20 and out to the 23, a pickup of 4.
Sometimes as an offense, you like run plays, and you like running it right into the teeth of the blitz. That's what happened right there. Everybody up front got a hat on a hat, and they were able to crease that defense.
Ncaa from the gun on 3rd down. Picked off. What a play to set him up. Here comes the Georgia offense ready to go on the attack. They haven't really been able to light up this scoreboard, but putting points up would be huge here. Just smothered on the play.
And we knew the linebackers were the strength of this defense, but coming in the offense, man, they felt really good about their running back. And so far, man, it's been a fun matchup to watch, but advantage to these guys that have been filling gaps, scraping, getting to the football, making plays. This linebacker unit really held down this rushing attack that they usually hang their hat on.
And they'll move the chains with the 1st down. That might be it for the 3rd quarter. We've reached the break, and Georgia is on top. 3 quarters are in the books. Time becomes a factor both in trying to hold the lead or cut into it as we take a look at the stats. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the 4th. They'll go back to work with a 1st down in the final period. Looking to throw, it's Stockton. Snagged in the middle. It's Ncaa. He'll get it all the way down to the 8-yard line, and the defense is feeling the heat.
You got to love how they just continue to do what they do. It's the fourth quarter. You got a lead. There's no reason to get conservative. We're a passing offense. Great job on first down. Better job on second down. This offense continuing to stay in a rhythm.
Sells to run, looking to pass. Under heat, and he gets rid of it. He just wisely got rid of that one. The worst thing that can happen to you is to turn it over on first down in the red zone. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. They're changing things up, trying to get everyone set. They'll keep it on the ground, looking for the end zone. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here.
This is the most important part of the field. What you did to get down here means nothing. Nice job by this defense, staying confident, staying aggressive, and forcing a 3rd down and goal.
On 3rd and goal, they'll throw it. Trying to find the end zone. He stopped short of the goal line, couldn't find his way in, and it'll bring up 4th and goal.
This is one of those unique situations in a game as a head coach. You're trying to feel the momentum, and what's your confidence in your quarterback, because you've got 4th, you're in field goal range, but you...
And he breaks the play. Touchdown, Bulldog!
And that is a drive and a score they absolutely had to have. Now making it a 2-possession game late in this one. It wasn't going to be enough to just play it safe, play it conservative, punt the ball away, and count on your defense. They were aggressive. They mixed it up, but getting that score, that is huge for their win probability now.
And they add the extra point to finish the drive.
Number 91.
On the return, it's Pringle. That's the kind of mistake that throws off your game plan. Come out of the end zone and you're stopped at the 8. A little wrinkle here as they go to the Wildcat and use the extra blocker. Back has it. They finally make the stop, but the defense out of sorts against that Wildcat, and they give up a big play. So they come to the line, and the Wildcat going to give them a different look. Direct snap. He's going to keep it. Oh, and he's going backwards. Defense not fooled at all by the Wildcat.
And that's a great job by the defense, understanding exactly the situation, understanding to stay home, play sound. No matter who gets the football, we're going to run to the football hard. We're going to cage the football, be disciplined. Nice job by the defense.
Pulled to the ground. They've got them then deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help keep them there. The 2-minute timeout arrives, and we have certainly seen miracles in college football, and they will certainly need one here. This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Throwing, Ncaa finds his target. Makes his way out to the 20 before he stopped, and that'll bring up a 4th down. They pretty much have to keep the offense on the field, and they'll get right to the line of scrimmage. Needs it here on 4th down. They got him. It's a sack, and what a stop for this defense to turn it over on down.
And that just about does it. That about puts this thing to bed. The offense, listen, they had to go for it, but now defense, this is the situation where you say, I'm just going to eat clock, up by several possessions, eat clock, and get out of here with a W.
Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone.
No mystery on that play. With the lead, we are going to run the ball. You know it's coming, and we are running right at you, right into the teeth of the defense, and there's still...
And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17.
When it's a play-action pass, that quarterback, he really has to sell the fake. He can't tell his offensive lineman's getting beat right away while he's selling the fake. He had no shot.
On third down, here's Frazier. They make the stop about 4 yards short of the first down. The Canes will go ahead and call that second timeout. And they'll still have one timeout left at their disposal. They already have a comfortable lead, up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on fourth down. Here comes the Heat. Makes the grab. He's got enough for the first down, and that ought to be enough to put them in victory formation for the rest of this one. And while the game is all but decided, why not try to get another one if you can? That's part of the fun, right? Sets his feet. It's Stockton. Out wide left, it's Frazier. Got the completion, but nowhere to go as that defense reacted quickly. The Hurricanes will call their third timeout. Wants to go up top on second down. And now they are powerless to stop the clock with a timeout.
Second and goal, no dice for this offense. If I'm on offense right now, I'm thinking about who are my mismatches? Who are my big bodies out wide that I can throw them the football and they can make a play over top of somebody.
Here's Nate Frazier. He'll be stopped short. Could not drive his way into the end zone, and now they're faced with fourth and goal. What a show both of these teams put on today. Couple of outstanding squads, hotly contested battle all the way to the very end.
Yeah, we came into this one expecting this to be a back-and-forth battle. We knew it was going to go down late into the fourth quarter. At the end of the day, the higher-ranked team, David, they were really able to lean on those playmakers and that leadership they've got in the locker room.
Yeah, and now I think even more so, you're starting to believe in them. They're battle-tested. This team they find a way to get things done. That's why they're ranked where they're at, and I expect this team to stay in contention for the college football playoff because they're proving week in and week out they're a really good squad.
That's going to do it for us as the season marches on. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer.